Welcome back and good morning. It's Expresso here at S3. And as you know, on this show, we love Zoe's. And we brought you another one. Zoe Modiga is here. She is a South African musical sensation, recently released her highly anticipated third studio album, which I know you've listened to already, like from top to bottom if you haven't. Hello, Nomthandazo is here for you. Let's take a listen. It is the one and only Zoe Modiga! Yes!
Hello, my beautiful friend.
Hello, handsome, gorgeous human beings. It's so beautiful to see both of you.
Oh.
See, that's why we keep inviting her back.
That's correct.
It's so lovely.
That's what we wanted to hear. We're done now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Can we put the music back on and just chill? You are sounding exquisite. There is something divine, shall I say, about the way that you are sounding. Talk us through Nomthandazo, a new offering that I would imagine was painstakingly put together, curated, knowing the kind of person that you are. A lot would have gone into this before you released it to the world.
Absolutely. I mean, this album is a hard work. It was an album that was started in 2020 during that time that we won't get too much into.
Yes.
But it was an album that was really just inspired by the quiet that came from that space and the inner work that came from that space. Yeah. It was the one time where the whole world was going through the exact same thing, and that does not happen very often.
For sure.
So this album is really there to just celebrate our inner worlds. It's there to also celebrate matriarchy because it is named after my grandmother, whose name is Nomthandazo.
Oh,
and she gave me that name. I know people know me as Zoe, but it actually comes from Nomthandazo. But yeah, it really is just a cinematic, spirited, inner work album that is there to just celebrate us as we move through this world. We always have to wear different masks.
Yes.
For sure.
From being a janitor to a CEO, a mom, a dad, an uncle. But this is a work that reminds us that it all really begins with the relationship that we have with ourselves.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's actually a fascinating fact, Nomthandazo.
Oui.
Boom! So I didn't even know that.
Try the Rubik's Cube again quickly now. Try the Rubik's Cube. Maybe it's your time.
I thought my music knowledge was like top-notch until I heard that. Okay, thank you so much. Sure, Wikipedia did nothing for me. Anyway, but now let's talk about that rich cultural heritage. You seem to always go back to it in any of the works that you do. Why is this so important to establish this grounding in all of your work? I think it's been fascinating.
I think I find so much inspiration from it, and I believe we're all global citizens, but there's something that sets us apart when we're able to get into that grounding space of celebrating our identities, our languages, our cultures, the way in which we move in the world. Yes. And I think South Africa is one of the most popping places that they are.
Yeah.
And when we navigate exploring and touring all over the world, it's beautiful to see people react to the lovely thing that we are, that we carry, the flavor that we are.
Our difference.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think far too often that's how we set ourselves apart, is by what we don't have in accordance to others, not by what we have that others don't have.
Yeah.
And I think South Africa is shining in that sense. I know you're not about the accolades, but you recently took a beautiful Young Achiever Award that speaks to more than just achieving within the musical space. So I think because you come with that gravitas, because you take so much time and care, how did that feel in your little world?
I find that any space that platforms and sees us and what it is that we contribute to the art space is so incredibly beautiful. It is a cutthroat industry. It is filled with so many interesting, weird, and wonderful experiences. And to be able to be documented in a beautiful way, I think, is a thing that gives life. And it's a thing that allows me to navigate moving forward with what it is that I do, knowing that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm as honest and as impactful and as influential as I would like to be.
Congratulations. Girl.
Thank you.
Do you have a doctorate? Do you have a doctorate in life? Can you do that? Can you get a doctorate
can
in life?
someone give me one? I'm ready. I'm ready to receive that doctorate.
They gave one to Rassi Erasmus. They might as well give one to you as well. Come on now, please. Zoe's sitting right here. But of course, a little later, we need to chat about a certain album launch that's going to happen in Joburg very, very soon for you. Plus, Nomthandazo. we will be performing for you on your Feel Good Breakfast show, so make sure you stay there. We have talent here. Talking about talent, here's Raul's face.